Hello friends, welcome back. In this session, we will understand what a simple RNN is all about. The recurrent neural networks will be explained very clearly and we are going to go deeper into it in this session, which is going to be followed by next session where we will go much more deeper and we will understand the technicalities of it, which is going to be followed by implementation. So this session is going to be the fundamental for rest of the couple of sessions which you will listen to it shortly. Now, all these started by somebody by name Elman in 1990, right? He was the inspiration and he started building RNN with the simple structure of having input layer, hidden layer, context layer, and output is as usual there. Now, this concept of hidden layer with recurrent feedback is very new and that's what has led to the revolution. As you can see, there are connections from hidden layer to context layer. You can see that the connection from hidden layer to context layer is there and recurrent feedback is introduced here. You can see the connections from input layer to hidden layer as well. This is what is staying as fundamental point for all the evolution that has happened in RNN. We are going to learn all those and remember the term Elman RNN. This is the first Elman network that led path to the rest of the evolutions and innovations in this part. Now, we need to understand very important terminologies and terms here. The first one, we are very much concerned about the time t. We want to know, we are very concerned about the current time t. We are also concerned about the recent past, which means time t minus 1. The current output is determined by the present and the recent past together. Remember it, this is the fundamental mantra for whatever we are going to learn in the next couple of slides. We cannot escape mathematics and I am going to go step by step in framing the equation. If you have any doubts, if you have any confusions over here, you need to listen to it a couple of times and if still it is not solved out, you can ping me. I'll be able to answer you. Let's go step by step. Now, it's very simple and it's going to be very easy also provided you listen to it. Now, what do we need? We need new state at time t. This is our requirement. The new state at time t is nothing but a recursive function of old state at time t minus 1 and the input at time t. The old state at time t minus 1 is nothing but the recent past and the input at time t is nothing but the current time. And how do we present it mathematically? State t equal to function of state of t minus 1 plus xt. State t minus 1 is nothing but the old state at time t minus 1, the previous state, and xt is nothing but the input at time t. That is what we are talking about here. The input is nothing but xt and that's what we presented here. Now we need to understand what is this function. This function is recursive and what we are using here is tan h. So we need to replace it with tan h when we go for the next version. And understand weights are made available for each state appropriately and input has got weight of p, wp. The RNN, I mean the hidden layer, the hidden state has got weight wq. The output has got weight wr. WP is nothing but the weight for input state. WQ is nothing but the weight for previous state. Remember, this term is very important. The weight for previous state. WR is nothing but the weight for output. Each state has got weights associated with it and I am going to connect it to the equation that we have framed some time back. Now what happens? State t equal to function of state t minus 1 comma xt. This is what we have here and I am going to rephrase it this way. State t equal to, what is the function that we are using? Recursive tan h. So tan h of what is the weight associated with the previous state? WQ. WQ star state t minus 1 plus what is the weight associated with the input state? It is WP. So WP star xt. Now what do we need to know? We need to understand what is the output. The output is specified as yt here and yt is equal to wr into state t. What is wr? Wr is nothing but the weight for the output. So weight for the output into state t is what we have arrived at here and when I multiply these two I get yt is equal to wr, that is the weight for the output into state t. The state t is the thing that we have derived all the way through this. Now let's understand this picture again. I have input with weight wp, I have got the previous state where I will loop all this memory related stuff will happen here. That's why we call it previous state, and weights associated with it is WQ and the output state is WR. Remember, what did we do? Simply, we pass the old state at time t1 and the input xt to the recursive function tanh to derive the new state at time t. Each state in this picture has got weights associated with it. So we need to multiply the weights for input, the weights for previous state, and the weights for the output to derive the final thing, which is nothing but yt is equal to st into wr. Right, we have completed almost 80% of it, but you may have some clarification, some confusions here as in how does it work. So there is something called as unrolled version. Unrolled version, purpose of unrolled version is to make sure that you understand everything clearly. We are going to go with RNN unrolled version right now, which will help you in understanding things better. So what do we do? The previous state along with previous state weights is presented. The input x1 is presented along with input weights, and that is sent to the RNN. We have derived the formula here, and you know what is the formula? This is the formula that we have been talking about. So this should go into this place where we have calculated, where we need to calculate. Now, what are the inputs to this? The previous state with its corresponding weights, the input x1 with its corresponding weights, both go into the RNN. So what will happen now? We will get the new state. Now, what is the input to the next RNN module? What is the input to the next thing? The input is nothing but the new state, and input x2 will serve as the input. But before that, we need to calculate, we need to arrive at the output y0. This is what is speciality of RNN. We keep computing, we keep pushing it forward. So what will happen? Now we will get the output y0 with the new state along with its output weights. When we compute, we get y0. Then this is pushed into the next state where the new state and the input x2 together into RNN will get me new state, and from there with its corresponding output weights, I'll get y1. This is called unrolled version of RNN. So how does it work? I'll quickly go through it once more so that you can understand it better. It's easy. So first, previous state and input x1, it goes into RNN along with respective weights, and it gets me new state, and corresponding output weights will get me y0, and I am pushing the new state and input x2 into next RNN for calculation further. I get the new state further, then I go for output y1. I can get y1 once I multiply the output weights accordingly with the new state. This is called the unrolled version. This is what we are going to use in the next session, where we are going to go much more deeper into the different version called the LSTM, where I will explain things much more easier. I hope the session was useful and interesting. If you have any questions, suggestions, please go ahead and type it in the comment section. I'll be able to answer them. Thank you very much for the support you guys are rendering me. Thank you very much.